They didn't tell me we were playing Can You Top This? Since I was ordained, I have been challenged whenever we pray the Lord's Prayer by that line, "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." And I'm going to take you on a short trip through 4 pastoral experiences where that challenge came to play. First, we're going to go to Sag Harbor, New York, which is on the east end of Long Island. It's a place that is absolutely beautiful, pristine white sand beaches, beautiful, beautiful beach homes, lovely communities, but also there were huge potato farms and strawberry patches, and these were handled by migrant labor camps, and they had wretched living conditions. Now, that is not a piece of heaven on earth. So I began to think, what can we do to bring heaven on earth to these poor folk? And a little idea surfaced, and we decided that our church, when we ran our vacation Bible school, would get volunteer men of the church to drive through the labor camps with their station wagons, VW buses, back then in the 60s. And they brought those children to our vacation Bible school. What a treat that was for us and for them, and we just got a little taste of heaven on earth. Then next we traveled to Tulsa, Oklahoma, a very large Presbyterian church where I did youth work. Basically, these were oil company executive youth. And in that city of Tulsa, which is very beautiful, tucked away in pockets of it were poverty pockets, and some of the living conditions there were not good. Crime was high. That was not a piece of heaven on earth. And an idea surfaced when I was in a conversation with a Franciscan nun. And she heard about our dynamic youth group, and she said, "Would you be willing to challenge your young people to come to our neighborhood? We would provide the facility, and you run a vacation Bible school." That was an eye-opening experience for our youth. I thought it was a piece of heaven on earth. And later on, we had a volunteer integration program of Booker T. Washington High School, trying to meet the federal standards of integrated education. And most of the youth group decided to go to Booker T. Washington High School. That was a piece of heaven on earth. And from there we traveled to Lexington, Kentucky. That was my first experience in really a southern church. And this church, I found out, had a rule on their books: no black members. And I thought, that cannot be a piece of heaven on earth. That led to another idea. We finally integrated the congregation. But even beyond that, down the street about 5-6 blocks was Mount Pleasant Baptist Church, all black. And we approached them, a couple of us, and said, "We know you are here, you know we are there. We don't know you, you don't know us. What can we do?" And we developed a sister church relationship. You should have seen the joy of 2 congregations mingling in activities, and we were sampling heaven on earth. And then we moved from there to Grand Island, Nebraska. And I went to a golf outing. And I was thinking, this place is heaven on earth. But then they asked, "What is your dream?" And I thought, there's a piece of this that isn't quite heaven on earth. And a gentleman asked me, "What is your dream for Grand Island?" And I said, "I would like to see a Habitat for Humanity chapter." And he said, "Let's go for it." 22 years later, here we are. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Roger. The next contestant is